Hello everybody, this is Courage55, and we are back on to the next episode of Making an Askellsfirst Short. So last time we went through the first few steps of the basic plot synopsis and the concept art, which I've done episodes for, you can check them out right now. So next up on the list is the plot outline and script. So I'm going to write the plot outline today, and then I'm going to go and start a bit of the script, and then next week we'll be going over the script and try not to spoil anything. But yeah, this is a spoiler-free podcast, so sit back, relax, and we're gonna get some stuff on this checklist done. So let's start with the plot outline. So this is what we have last time of the script for Askellsfirst Short 5. So, Short 5, On the Run. The synopsis is, Harlow is a quiet and reserved kid, however her life is turned upside down once her mother mysteriously disappears. Whilst having to balance her friendship and family problems, Harlow runs away from home to discover where her mother went, as well as following in her father's footsteps to find a rare Pokemon known as Suicune. So before we start writing the script, we've got to finish this checklist here, the plot outline and the basic plan and overview. So usually I like to go into one of these lines, either the title or the subtitle. I'm going to go to the subtitle this time. And we are going to make a new comment on the side here. And we're going to write down the basic plot synopsis in this comment. So, plot synopsis. So, we're going to write out basically the main scenes that I want to show in this. So, obviously I want to keep it short, so I can't put too much stuff in. So, I think 5 or 6 bullet points will probably sum up the story pretty good enough. So, obviously we're gonna have a beginning, middle, and end of the short. So we're gonna have the introduction to, oh hey, this is Harlow, and next up, here's some stuff that she's gonna do, and then we have the ending where we resolve the story. So, we're gonna begin by setting up Harlow and her family. Let's do that. So, Harlow and her family... so it's basically a regular day in the life of Harlow. And then we move on to the next plot point, which I'm gonna say that she meets her uncle. No context, you'll have to find out what happens. So after that, we have to have some other scenes. So, she is going to have a scene of... We're going to have a scene of her meeting her friends, so we'll have another interaction between her and the group. So the group, or like, as I like to call them, the Johto gang, is Harlow, Xander, Violet, Atiel, and Alora. So we're going to have her meeting them and having a little conversation. Conversation between her and the Johto gang. There we go. And then after that, we're going to have her reaction to Atiel and Alora's disagreement. Because if you did not know, there was a very, very small detail in Short 3 where you, for one frame, you could see Harlow in the background. So I'm gonna lead up on that and explain why she's there. So we're gonna have that happen, and then we're also going to have her running away from home, as always. Because that's the main part, right? Spoiler. I know what happens at the end, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, there we go. So this is the basic plot of Short 5, On the Run. It's a basic summary. Obviously I'm gonna go more into detail with this later, but we have the main scenes set out here. So we have the beginning, just establishing Harlow, who she is, and then we have the kickstart event of the short, and then we fast forward a bit to establish her friends, and then we're gonna go and do a callback to Short 3, and then we're gonna do the main part of the short, which is her on the run, and then we have spoilers. The episode begins with Harlow waking up in her bedroom. She sits up in bed and looks around the room, tired. A Zongu reference, because we gotta have it there. Wait, no, we're not gonna have a Zongu reference. We'll have a Euroverse reference. A Euroverse reference. And a Crystal Desires reference. So I put those in brackets because I usually decide this when I'm drawing, so to give myself a bit of creative freedom whilst I'm drawing the art, I'm gonna keep it vague as to what's actually on the wall. But I've put these little notes, so there's a poster of Wallace, there's a Euroverse reference, and there's a Crystal Desires reference, because I love putting references inside of this. So we're gonna have this. Oh, and we're also gonna put a Delwist reference. A poster of the popular Euro band Kedesk. So I'll have to figure out what these two other references are, but this is basically a description of what poster she has on her wall for later. So she's going to wake up, she stands up, does a little stretch, which I probably won't draw, and heads downstairs for breakfast. As she walks downstairs, she sees her mother and her brother sitting on the sofa watching TV as a Raywood reference. Yes, we're having a lot of references in the first few minutes. So as she walks downstairs, she sees her mother and brother sitting on the sofa watching TV as a Raywood reference plays. They look up to see her and smile. So then we have the first spoken line of the short. We're gonna have her mother, whose name is... I forgot. I literally made her mother's name up on the spot last episode, so let's remind myself what she's called. Hang on. Her name is... Sasha. So her name is Sasha. Sasha, she's happy. And she says, "Oh, good morning. Hello? We were just about to serve breakfast. Would you like to help us out?" And then Hollow goes, "Okay, Mom." She walks over to her mother and the scene fades to the three inside of the kitchen as they start to prepare a lot of food. Prepare what looks like a lot of food for just 3 people. The camera pans over to Harlow as she is wrapping an apron around her waist, around herself. And she looks up. Her mom calls out for her. I've got it. Hold her up. I've got it. She walks over to grab 2 plates, and she walks through a curtained door to be met with the view of a small cafe. She walks over to an old couple who are enjoying some morning coffee, and they look up as Harlow serves them their food. She takes the plate and walks back upstairs into her room. She sits down at her desk and enjoys the meal. But as she's eating, she looks up at her wall of posters and frowns as she begins to be lost in thought. And then she's gonna talk to herself a little. Do I want one of the starter Pokemon? I don't know what I would choose. They're all so cute. They're all so cute, I can't pick. Hello, Dad wants you. Hollow looks excited. Actually, no. I know, I can ask Dad next time. I can ask Dad when he gets home. She runs downstairs with her notebook in hand. She runs towards her dad and gives him a hug. The camera pans up to show, spoiler. No, the camera pans up to show her father as he smiles. And we're gonna pause there because spoilers. But yeah, that is basically how I start off the script, so that's about 3 pages long, but it's only long because the descriptions are long. So, for color coding, I like to color code the characters in the short to make it easier for the voice actors to find their lines. So, here we're gonna color Sasha in purple, and we're gonna color Harlow in red. So yeah, that is a brief overview of me writing the first scene of Haskell's First Short 5 on the Run. So I think we're good enough to end the episode there. But yeah, thank you for coming along, thank you for joining in to this little overview of how my process works, and yeah, this has been CoraDream55, and I'll see you later, so bye!